shit ton of people.
Yeah.
And you said this is what are we doing today? House of Crazies?
Yeah.
It's like a reality show.
Yeah, we
of
were
like a bunch of people from a psych ward living under one home.
we were gonna do the album from Apartment of Nutsos,
Okay, gotcha.
but switched it up last second.
Right, I've heard of Shack of Mannix, and
Yeah.
I think they do a great job at indie rock.
Yeah.
But I think House of Crazies is going to be a good choice.
Do you know any bands like that?
You bastards.
I know you do.
You got to know some.
Think
bands
of the
like
ones. Think of some of the country bands you've seen.
Shantytown of the pedophiles. I don't know.
Shantytown of Pedophiles. That is a great country.
That's
I remember
hilarious.
that band. It's a shock. I don't know how they didn't last. It's so surprising.
I mean, does it have to be like one unit?
No.
It can be whatever you want.
That was great.
You did great, Carver.
Be can it be like like in a complex of things? Or does it have to be a house?
Yeah,
Or
I
can
said
it be-
apartment. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
like,
could just
you
be
didn't
one.
say like an apartment complex.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
a shantytown could be like one family living in multiple shanties.
It could be like a
It could
office
be.
plex.
Right, exactly. Of shanties.
It could be like an office plex of numbskulls.
That's true.
An above garage converted attic to a room of numbskulls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to see Storage Shed of Psychotics. That's going to be fun. But
Shit. All right,
of
man.
nut jobs. Storage Shed of Nut Jobs.
No, the Caesars. Use that to open my.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, once you do that, you can hit it whenever you're ready, Carvey boy. Carvey, my bad.
Sweet, beautiful, motherfucking jams. Those tunes.
Great things have 3-word names: Insane Clown Posse, House of Crazies, Deck One Delt. Nice.
That's a
Thanks,
guarantee.
DC.
Thank you, DC.
Yeah, you got.
DC Fago Guy.
Boom.
Oh,
Best buds.
Yep. We just become Gage Von Weil. See what I'm saying?
Sharif Man Sour.
Sharif Mansour Wrench for the moderator because he's our mod.
Oh. Carvey's opening.
His middle name is the Sharif the Man.
Welcome. Check one, tell
Podcast.
Introducing
Easy for Sheezy, Carver, Just Chris. Here we go.
What's up? Shout out DJ Slug. Thanks for that new intro.
fuck yeah.
Boom.
Welcome to Deck One
Killed
Delt,
it.
everyone. My name is Kyle, aka Easy. Thank you. And these are my best friends.
You're the middle guy.
Carvelo, y'all, how y'all doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Just Chris, and I am just happy to see you tonight. Thank you for being here with us. Guys, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Okay, let's get to
like
the
that little,
show. Yeah. All right.
That was just
so-
the order of the button, so that meant nothing.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for doing that for us, Carver. Thanks for joining us, everyone. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to the chat and get that out of the way. My homeboy, Chris.
Absolutely. We always like to give a shout out to the chat, to the people who are here right from the jump. So if you want to shout out as well, just be here and voice off. Say, what up, much clown love, AAA, fuck you guys, whatever you want. You can say anything. It's all fair game in the comments. So here we go. We're going to jump off with the homeboy Sharif. He's a moderator. Oh, that was a weird sound choice, but whatever, Sharif. I never judge. Let's just see where the night takes us. DJ Slug, man, love him like blood. Can't wait to see you soon. It's like, what, a week away? Yeah, next weekend we get to see Mr. Slug.
Fuck yeah.
So
Yes,
fresh.
sir. Then we've got Derek Bruno. That's my motherfucking bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey,
Derek Bruno.
we kill it though. You know
Smoke
what I'm saying?
some dank.
Hey, smoke some dank. We got Slater. We missed one. Up.
Oh,
up,
there he
Ah,
is.
there we go. Slater Records TV. 17 whoops. What up? That's whoop. I'm not gonna do all 17. DC Fago guy, motherfucking legend on the Juggalo socials. And goddamn it, you know what? 10 out of 10 human being.
Oh, yeah.
If he had his own little Echo side card, all stats would be 10.
Yeah.
Do they even go up to 10? They would for his card. And then we've got Ivy Killer. He's a motherfucking Juggalo Godzilla.
So fresh.
Love him when he's here. And I love to see you, man. Meg's Diamond, you're shining. God damn.
style.
High five through the virtual cosmos space.
Now, Megs is always very concerned with our tables and our
She is.
seating orientation.
She's attentive, sir.
She's asking what's the conspiracy theory behind the seating change today.
Well, I'm actually Chris from the old universe. I came back. And when I did, I was like, I'm not trying to sit between two dudes. That's gay as fuck.
That is true.
Yep.
Yep. There's a possibility that every now and then, legs could be hurting on somebody here and there.
Right.
The chair could be uncomfortable. The futon could be a little more comfortable.
I also
Every now and then, you got to switch it up.
I also felt like I was being disrespected because I was at a lower level than them. And I was like, why am I lower than you, Carver?
Everyone's lower than Carve. He's like 6'10".
That is true. He is a lurch. So this way it looks a little more even. I don't feel as small.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
all it
Sometimes it comes down to just being comfortable, and I'm like, hey, you're sitting in the chair today.
Yeah, you sit in the fucking chair.
It's just about how it goes.
So today they announced
Shout out Stream Elements.
today they finally gave us imagery for the 25th Gathering of Legends.
They fucking did. It's dope too.
Yeah.
I will say it's dope as
Let me
fuck.
go pull it up.
Man.
Somebody posted our Carver posted in our Discord. The very rare Carver news post in our Discord.
If you're listening on Spotify, sucks to be you. But on YouTube, let's take a look at that nice, beautiful image.
Every now and then I'm scrolling through something, I see it, and I look on the Discord to see if anybody else posted it. Nobody else posted it,
Yeah.
so I fucking posted it.
There it is.
Boom.
So
25th anniversary.
Now, Little Ninja took umbrage with the image. He said it was cheesy. It looks like shit. I think it looks fucking cool as hell.
I think it's dope as fuck.
I think it looks pretty cool. Possibly AI.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I was thinking it was AI immediately. But
Maybe background.
Possibly
but not the
AI
front.
fixed up a
look,
little
yes,
bit.
looking
yeah.
at the background, I did. I mean, it looks. If it was AI, like this roller coaster wouldn't like make sense, or
I don't think it does make
it
sense.
might not. It might not. But
I mean, it's just it's a loop, really.
But-
and then the people, is that E.T. in the very center?
it looks like ET's at the gathering.
Dude, ET is at the gathering, bro.
If they have E.T., I'm
Bro,
definitely,
they're
come on.
gonna have Heidi Klum just dressed up as ET. I
mean, you-
she's all in the news.
And by the
shit.
way,
yeah,
By the way, it's not. I mean, the entrance to the gathering is not that easily accessible.
No.
so there's not just like a
Oh, I don't think the
picket
people at
fence
home
with a
could even
giant
see ET.
mouth.
but yeah,
Yeah,
ET
they can.
is on the flyer.
Like they could.
Oh, I thought we were.
I
blocking
scrolled
it.
down a little bit.
Oh, okay. I thought we were.
But yeah,
blocking our heads.
But looking at the image, you can see like the mouth is obviously like mirrored. So like there's some actual photoshopping going
Yeah.
on. It might be a Tom Wood. He might have had his hand in this even.
Yeah, it has. I mean, at least the face of ICP does have a Tom Wood look to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure that he works, like he designs. I know he designed last year's because
Yeah.
he released like prints or whatever, like early rough drafts.
I'm gonna say it this year. I will get a gathering shirt this year.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because that shit is tight.
Yeah,
I
it's
wonder.
the 20, plus it's the 25th. You know,
I wonder what the pendant will be for this for Legends.
Maybe it'll be a star like that. Now,
Hey.
now are we all
Hey.
gonna make the Juggalo Deck One pact that if this gathering sucks, we ain't gathering no more.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna. I'd say that's a hatred. we got to give it. We got to give it to the originator.
All right.
That's like the.
All right.
Yeah.
So wait, who's with us?
I don't want to say that. I can't. I
never.
can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say.
I
that.
never want to say. I never want to make a pact of never
yeah,
going.
Never. Yeah,
back.
that's true.
I never want to do that.
That's
I'm good.
true.
You know
I'm
what I'm
with you.
saying?
I'm with you.
Juggalo for life. You know what I mean? Maybe I can't afford to go,
Never
or maybe
say
I'm
never.
like, this shit's kind of for this year. I might skip a year or something. But I never see myself ruling it out again.
I mean, let's be honest though. This year's got to be better than, or next year's got to be better than this year.
oh yeah, for sure. This year was a lull, but there's a lot of shit that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Jelly
they got
Roll's
hacked.
gonna be there.
Yeah, of course. Everyone says, yeah, Jelly Roll's going to be there. I heard that Post Malone is going to be there. Jelly Roll. I actually wrote some predictions.
I heard Twisted was gonna be there.
Bro, what if M's there?
Wow.
What if M makes just shows up? He like comes out of a chopper, like out of a helicopter, just propels down on stage, says hi, and then goes back up.
I mean,
and
there,
leaves.
dude, there's been crazier shit.
You think it's crazier shit? Like we got the 20. This is the 25th, man. We're getting all the legends from Detroit. M shows up, propels down. Fucking.
I mean, like one of my favorite comedians just cost Trump the election. So,
Gosh,
Yeah.
who? What comedian?
I mean, I'm making a joke, but Tony Hinchcliffe spoke at a Trump rally last week,
Got a few.
Oh, okay.
and he made some racist jokes, and people are dragging him for it.
a few predictions. I think this. At first, one of my predictions has been wrong
Okay.
already. I predicted it's going to be 17 days long. I was wrong. Obviously, there will be 7 stages, one for each letter of the word legends. Lardy B is going to teach a baking class. Clockwork E is going to host a boofing seminar. Only one person will probably show up. Cartoon Pony Bondurant will become an actual cartoon and do all sorts of wacky shit for the Nickelodeon cameras. Ouija Mac, Shaggy the Airhead, and Darby O'Trill will be announced as the new riders. And Keezy will lose his shit.
That's a bunch of bullshit. It really is.
I think Jelly Roll is going to have an arm wrestling match with Buckshot, and the winner will get a date with Clownvis. I think that's going to happen. Super famous Fun Time guys will be there arguing somewhere with each other, for sure. And then
it.
Mommy Shmurda and Midnight Nyami are going to come out with their super group. They're going to squash the beef, come out with their super group, Mommy Yami.
All right, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, so there we go. That's what I think is going to happen
I
at the
didn't get-
gathering.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, those are dumb.
Mommy, he was talking about FaceTime Mommy.
Mommy, face that
oh,
mommy,
oh,
and then
oh.
Midnight and Yami. Mommy Yami.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Stop it.
That's fire, bro. Mommy Yami. You guys are going to love it.
Man, wow, those must have been
Hold on, let
typed
me-
up when you were extremely stoned.
Oh, yeah. I'm always extremely stoned. That's my secret. It's like the Avengers scene with the Hulk. I'm
Yeah.
always angry. Yeah, I'm always stoned.
Yeah.
Mommy, Mama Lama Lumi.
Yep, Mommy Yami. It's going to be fire, bro. It's going to be that trap shit and that wicked shit all mashed together.
So what else happened?
About 17 ninjas. They're the shit.
Did anybody ask already?
Okay,
If
huh?
I don't know if anybody asked yet.
What
but
else happened?
Is DC Fago and Megs gonna? Are you guys hyped up? Are you guys slated
better.
for the 25th?
They
or-
better come to the 25th. They better.
Are you going to budget for Camp Zool and the Gathering, or just Camp Zool, or just the Gathering?
Look, last year, I know they had to pick one or the other, and if they do have to pick one or the other this year, I think the Gathering's the call. I love Camp Zool, and I had a fucking blast. I had a great time, but this is 25. This is a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
You know what I mean? Unless they drop the ball, and if they drop the ball, they'll fumble big time. You know what I mean?
No.
But hopefully they realize this is important to Juggalos, and they chunk it up, and they get some dope ass acts. DC Fago guy said possibly, which means yes.
I mean, possibly is. I mean, we all have to say possibly because we don't know. We none of us know for sure if we're gonna go. So it's always a possibility.
I'm going to bet tickets are going to be $300 this year.
But as for someone who gets their hopes up and is very fickle, I'm going to put all of my faith that he will be there. And if him and Megs don't show up, I'm going to have extremely hurt feelings and take it personally.
Right, and it'll ruin your entire time.
Exactly. I won't be able to have a good time. That's
reasonable.
That's as much exactly. That's as much as I'm putting into it though.
I'm
Like
with
pretty
you.
much my entire experience is going to be based on DC and Megs coming.
Or not.
But or not. Exactly.
I think it's whack
Yeah.
as fuck.
Right, exactly. I agree. Thank you.
you would.
Thank you, sir.
Probably a definition of a boomalo.
That is exactly. What So
Going
yeah.
off on so many random tangents now.
Hella Wicked, man. I didn't watch
yeah.
very much of that shit
Oh,
at
I forgot
all.
to. You
Yeah.
posted that too, didn't you? You sent us a link to that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
yeah,
was
I didn't-
dope, dude.
I forgot to watch it.
But
that
dude,
was really fucking
the
dope.
Mario Brothers setup. Was
Yeah. I didn't watch
fire.
anything but that.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
yeah. The Mario Brothers setup was dope as shit when they came out. Yep.
One of the dopest. I love how they have
There were two angles I found. This one's like a pretty cool angle, but there's an angle from like the left pit, like left side of the pit.
Should I find that instead?
It's okay. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's a good one to watch if you want to kind of feel like you're more down in the stage, down in the pit.
I like to see the
We'll
crowd.
check this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very cool. Right off the bat, you're like, as a juggler, you're probably like, what the fuck, Mario? Why are they playing Mario music? Then you're like, wow.
I know you can hear the whole crowd going, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, that's very
fucking
tight.
tight,
One of the
bro.
dopest sets they've ever
I mean,
had.
when have they
Yeah.
done a set that tight? Like
Yeah,
that's
dude,
so
that's-
fucking
well,
sweet.
I
dude.
must say,
It's got so many like Easter eggs too, like the question marks on the
Yeah.
blocks are riddle box question marks
Oh,
Yeah.
tight.
instead of Mario question
That's
marks.
tight, yeah.
The Juggalo brothers instead of the Mario brothers.
Who's DJing?
I think that looks like Mikey Clark, don't it?
Yeah, that's my
The way he's moving.
The way he's
looks like
moving
Mikey Clark.
definitely looks
That's
like Mikey Clark.
that's.
yeah.
I see the big glasses, so I think that's Koopa E. Clark.
Koopa E. Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's dressed up as Koopa.
Yeah.
But last week I was talking shit and saying it wasn't going to be better than last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah,
setup,
this already is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
setup
they're
made
slaying,
it better than last
yeah.
year. So yeah, that was on my part. Speaking of fucking Mario, let's get some Sonic rings.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like fresh if like Twisted ran out as like Sonic and Knuckles and just started fighting ICP?
Yeah.
We got like a Smash Brothers fucking fight on stage.
That would have been tight as shit.
Fuck yeah.
Boondocks would be Tails.
Yeah. Boondocks comes out as like Crash Bandicoot and like gets power. I love Boondocks.
Look
but,
how they
you
just
know,
casually walk out.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Boondocks.
Yeah, Crash Boondocks Coot. Yeah.
Boondocks.
Crash
That almost
Bandicoot.
sounded like mean.
Crash Boondocks.
It fits so perfect though. Jay being Mario and Shaggy being
Shaggy,
Luigi.
yeah. Violent. It's Violent Mario or Violent J or Mario. I don't know.
Wow, dude.
I've flopped that shit hard as
Jesus.
fuck.
I don't know
Violent Mario and Shaggy.
I don't know if
Luigi
you
or
want
whatever.
to, but
Luigi
man,
2
look
dope.
for that pit. That pit angle. You'll have to fast forward a little bit because they're all sitting there talking and shit. But there is a angle from the pit.
This one maybe.
No.
Yeah.
It's way better quality than. I mean, that's a pretty good angle though. Don't worry about it if you can't find it really quick.
Say, man, you're insisting.
Had a good ass. Had a pretty good little set. I didn't see any of the sets from the rest of the Train of Terror or whatever.
I see before dead pumpkins. Yeah, it's not that one.
Yeah?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's a pretty good.
Good
angle,
quality,
yeah,
though.
That's a good quality one. Yeah. Sounds a little bit better too.
It's just so funny him dressed like Mario,
Mario, yeah, I
singing "Real human heads carved out to its steel."
Right.
That's so funny, dude. I love it.
I mean, think about what we're seeing here. We're seeing.
There's a lot to see.
I mean, we're seeing two white dudes with clown makeup on that are dressed up as Italian plumbers, made by
Living,
obviously
rapping songs about murder in a set modeled after Mario 3 on the NES. That's fire.
I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit
a
to
lot.
sync up to,
I'm glad that we have a lot of flavors of Faygo. I wasn't a fan. I'm not a big fan now of the one flavor Faygo. You know what I mean? I like when there's more than one flavor. I mean, I think it looks better on the shirts.
I
Gives you
agree.
better memory.
I do agree.
Yeah.
I think they just were getting such a deal on that Diet Cola for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down with diet flavors, period. I think almost always I see them get diet flavors, and I get that just so you're not as sticky, it's not as miserable afterwards. But if it's I'm sorry, as wonderful. But
Dude,
like I know, like for example, at the gathering, it was like all moon mist,
Dude,
all diet moon mist.
Faygo should. I mean, I know they don't want to work with ICP, but they're wasting so much money for ICP to throw the Faygo. Like, as a guy who used to make Faygo soda pop, I can tell you that they could pretty easily make it like without all the ingredients and just like the concentrate and water. It'll taste like shit, but fuck it, everybody can, whatever. you know how much money they'd save doing some shit like that? I'm shocked they haven't made some watered down ICP version of the Faygo.
Yeah, seltzer. Yeah. Make like one. Look, you got Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew drops new fucking flavors every month. Like they got Voodoo Mama and Shaky Dinky Purple Lurple, and there's always some new flavor of Mountain Dew.
You could put anything in them fucking bottles. A lot of the cost is bottling and shipping.
Yeah, but I
guess
mean,
that's
still,
true.
like Jay said, and the facts are there, man. If they released a Juggalo flavor, they would ship out a lot. They would they'd make bread.
I just mean
Just collectors
I just
would
mean
buy
I just mean
six-pack.
behind the scenes. Like if I'm working at Faygo, I'm gonna be like, look, ICP keeps buying truckloads of Faygo. Let's make cheaper Faygo?
All they really
No,
need to do
I'm with
is,
you, yeah.
is just the carbonated fucking shit.
Yeah.
Just carbonation so
Soda
they can
water.
shoot it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
tonic water.
put twist wrappers on all of it, and it'll look like you're spraying Faygo twist on everybody.
Yeah,
Anyways, I digress.
yeah.
DC said he heard the Train of Terror tour was rough at some shows. I don't know. I seen on Twitter like a lot of people posting pictures and even Reddit like, I went to my first ICP show. It was all like these Train of Terror shows, and like everything seemed to be people having the time of their lives. So I don't know who's not having fun at these shows.
Yeah, I mean, DC's more in a loop. You know what I mean? He talks to a lot more juggalos than us. My
Haters. He talks to haters.
My Jugga group is on Facebook, pretty much. That's my Jugga group. Shout out Jugga group. What up? But that's not what we're called. We're not called Jugga group. But yeah, that's where mine is. I know
my Jugga group
DC's
is on the Deck One Delt Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I get my
You're
Jugga
very active
lowdown.
on. Yeah, and Twitter. You go to fucking war on Twitter. You
I
go
do.
to Juggalo War on Twitter. That's
Yeah.
where our ops lay.
I talk shit on Twitter.
The lineup for night one of the gathering is on Discord.
Yeah, boom. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, anything else before we get into
Darby dropped his new album.
Oh, did you listen to it?
I did. Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all right. There's some give or take.
I'll take your word for it, man.
Yeah, there's some give or take. It's a pretty decent. It's a decent album.
I
I'd say
can't.
decent.
I can't
I
bring
give it my
myself-
grade of decent.
I know that like I'm biased already, and I can't shake that. So
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna listen to it just to hate it. You know.
It's like, yeah, well, if you don't like onions, you know you don't like onions.
Right.
Somebody can be like,
Exactly.
right, but you haven't had my onion loaf, and you're like, I'm
Yes.
good, bro.
Exactly.
Have you had them sautéed? Look, I've had them every fucking way. I
Yeah,
don't like
dude.
onions.
I do not like onions.
If you really want me to tell you how much your onion rings suck,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what.
You can
40
give me
with
onion
my
rings.
greasy ass hair.
I'm going to spit them out into the napkins, so don't get offended.
All right, so I'm good on Darby, but I did listen to before we get into this album. I did listen to that new Blaze and Buckshot, and it's the shit too.
Blazing Buckshot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very good. The whole album is sweet. Highly recommend it.
Okay, so this is
Did we listen
House
to
of House of Crazies.
Yes.
Who is this in this group?
Who's what? Crazy?
Yeah, who are the killers? Is this Jason, Freddy, and Michael?
No, you silly Billy.
Who are the members of this rap band?
It's
that explains.
Hectic Bones and whatever his name is.
I will say they're giving away.
Oh,
They're giving away the slasher secrets, though.
I'm just
you know
kidding,
because
guys.
that's how you know, like when you turn around, the slasher's there.
Yeah.
is
you
how.
know. Well, you think there's one, but there's really three running around.
So I'll say this. I don't know a whole lot about HOK lore. Do you guys know about all the lore?
Is there
It
lore?
almost seems like some Goosebumps, like the mask type shit, where they're like all behind masks that like possess them to be killers.
Well, I think they definitely sing about that sometimes, but
I literally thought it was just they were slashers.
my understanding is listening to this, they have like a whole cult theme, like as if they're members of a cult.
Oh, okay.
And the cult, my understanding is the cult is the House of Crazies.
Okay, cool.
So, but that said, they are just slashers murdering, yes, for the cult. But they make a lot of reference. The intro,
Which in a cult, I would say, is one of the lowest tier positions.
what?
Like you're the one
standard
going out
killer?
and killing.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're in a cult and they have you going out and killing people,
They're in the cult?
You're
Yeah.
you're in a lower
Or
rung.
they run the cult.
Well, don't you? I think both.
If
But
you run the cult, you're not doing the killing.
I'll say if you're in a cult,
Did Manson?
the only the leader is. Everyone else is a peon.
Yeah, well, right, exactly. Only the leader. So maybe they're the House of Crazies, and them three are the leaders.
Maybe here's my understanding, maybe it's just them three. They are the cult.
They're the cult. They just worship themselves.
Yeah.
It's like the most like honed in cult ever.
That
They're
makes
just
more
like,
sense to me. It's like you go to a house, you open the door, it's just them three in there like going crazy, and then they slash you and kill you, and then they run around and start doing murdering.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
So, I'll say this: ROC doesn't appear on. He doesn't have full verses on every song. He has like a lot of half verses. I think there might even be a couple songs where he's not on. And also, I think Jamie does every single hook on the album.
Jamie is. I was going to say Jamie is on. I've heard. Now let me be very clear. I've not listened to this album yet. I'm not going to be able to review it. I'm doing a live reaction right here. But I've heard a lot of people saying that he does a lot of fucking hooks on this.
Yes, he does. DC made a good point. He said that The Basement, which is the song I have been thinking of when I'm talking, is a song later on in the album that has some lore in it. But also the intro has like a newscast or something. You hear something about a cult.
My thing is like, yes, with ICP, us juggalos, we tend to go, hey, give me some lore. What's the lore behind this? With Twisted and House of Crazies, I've never cared.
Same. I've never wanted Twisted lore.
Like, I don't, like, do we really need lore with this?
No. Oh, I don't think we need lore. But I think it's cool for Twisted to do a project that, not Twisted, but a project that has lore.
I like to imagine that Twisted, like, were two guys in like panda costumes, and then like they were at a kid's like party performing, and the kids like were abusing them, and they just snapped. And so they ripped off the costume, but they forgot about the face paint, and they went on murder spree, murdering everyone.
I like
kids,
that.
I got a
everything.
condition. It's called clownitis. It comes from clownosis, from practicing clownism and thinking clowny thoughts.
Exactly. They have twisted-itis, which comes from twisted.
They look like monsters.
Replace all that.
They do.
That's
So what do
my
you think
lore.
about this song, what you hear so far? I mean, I know we've been talking to the raps, but
Well, we got to talk over this shit, don't? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is Twisted.
Twisted
right?
will always hit us. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep it low, talk over it.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah. I
Twisted.
mean, that-
they be wiping this man.
I
It's
can
my
tell
new
you-
live only. Sorry.
I'm with just Chris on this. I haven't listened to it, so it's going to be hard for me to judge hearing it at this low volume, talking over it. From what I hear, it sounds pretty cool. I mean,
It's
I
House of
can't really
Crazies.
judge that
I
much.
know
on
it's
it.
all.
It's Twisted and ROC. It's gonna be dope.
It's really just background music to this point until I actually listen to it.
I'll turn it up at least so we can hear it. But
Yeah.
if it gets hit, it gets hit. But we can't talk about an album you can't hear.
Yeah, you goddamn Twisted. Stop hitting our shit.
It's bad enough we can't monetize.
Yeah, geez, Twist. Geez, Twister.
Come on, Twisty.
Okay. Okay.
This song's tight.
Yeah. Saying he's got like a nice little rhyme scheme on that one. Flexing a little bit.
So I think it's been 31 years since the last House of Crazies album.
Yeah. It's been 21, you said?
31.
31 years? Holy shit. Are you serious?
I think so.
Good God, man.
I think that's the whole idea. So how great that they were able to release it on Halloween. You know, that's so cool.
House of Grandpas. I'm making fun of their age.
I mean, 50 what? 50. I mean, Monoxide's got to be at least 50.
Yeah,
so-
they're all like 50 something.
Oh, I thought like 31 just meant like we're three as one. Like it was like some, Three Musketeers type shit.
I can't remember, but I think Monoxide out of like all of like, I think I remember the 2002 seminar. I think Monoxide mentioned that he was the oldest out of everybody.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't surprise me.
So
He
Jay,
seems like an old shit.
I've always known Jay has been like just pretty much 10 years older than me. So Jay's like 52, 53. If Monoxide's older than Jay, then he's like 54, 55.
Oh yeah, shit. These motherfuckers gonna be 60 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juggalo Rewind, which probably Peter.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, he said that it wasn't the last CD, but it's 31 years of HOK.
Oh, so it's like their 31-year anniversary.
Yes.
That's pretty. They really wanted to like drop it on their 30th anniversary, but ROC wasn't like coming out with verses, and they were finally like, it was like coming up near the end of the 31st. They're like, okay, look, ROC, just send us what you got. So that's where the half verses came from.
I
That's
don't know what
more of my made up lore.
I don't know where DC got this, but on that point, he said Jamie had been working on some songs, lyrics, and hooks. He reached out to ROC about getting some beats for the songs. As ROC was working on it, he asked Jamie if it was HOK, to which Jamie said it can be. They roped Mono in, and hence we got 31. That makes sense. To me, this album seems like a Jamie project, just like the DJ Godzilla project that was supposed to be like Twisted and Blaze. That's like a Jamie project, obviously, that they just threw together. But that's what I got from this too. But I don't care. It's dope as fuck. Like it works. But yeah, I like how it's 31. I think it is cool how it came together.
So this is
beat
all
is
produced by ROC.
Ah, good question. I don't know. Maybe Juggalo Rewind. They've been doing podcasts with ROC.
Oh, nice.
So he'd be the guy to ask.
Legend shit.
So I'm happy he's here. Maybe he can answer any of these questions.
All right, yeah. Couple questions. Production. Is it a fully produced project by one person, or is this like a sporadically produced thing? We already know that. Well,
it seems pretty cohesive, but I've always known ROC to be a kind of shitty producer.
What did they eat for lunch while they were making the album? Like, did they order in? Did they go to a fast food place? Did they make something at home?
Great questions.
well,
Thank you.
the fact that this was a project started by Madrox and then kind of grew into. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how a lot of any creative thing works, you know.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really wrong with that, but Portillo's. There you go. Thank you. Portillo's.
What's Portillo's?
Portillo's is what they ate. I think it's. I think I have no idea, but I'm thinking it's something Hispanic. Probably like a burrito with peppers or something. I don't know. I'm guessing here.
I see.
It's definitely it's similar to a burrito. I can say that with confidence.
Well, I mean, every Hispanic dish involves a tortilla.
That's what I'm saying. Wrapped around something in some kind of way. Half wrap, full wrap, under, over, shredded up on top, turned into rice.
Yep.
Jamie talked about in a recent interview, Detroit Metro
But God,
Times.
it's so good.
I just came across a Jamie interview, and I'm wondering if it was the one. I didn't watch it all, but
That's
I'm
probably
wondering.
what it was. I don't
I didn't-
bother with Twisted interviews because they're not ICP.
I didn't look at the date, so I don't know.
Hey, sorry. Hey, we tell it like it is.
You know
man.
what? I don't.
Who
You don't
cares?
want to know the real reason I don't bother with Twisted interviews? I feel like they're just lying. They're lying the whole time. Every time they talk, it's just lies.
I agree because they weren't even at the march. They didn't go to the march.
Dude, like I'm telling you.
If you don't, hey,
They're
if
so
you don't
full of
march,
shit.
if you didn't march, you don't have a heart.
No, I feel like for real. Like if I hear them talk, the whole time I'm just like, you're fake. You're fucking fake.
Yeah, I will say that.
Like there is something like I just can't stand it.
Damn.
There's things about there's definitely things about ICP interviews that annoy me.
Yeah.
Like, of course, Jay is like, sometimes you're like, oh,
Yeah.
man. But you can't help but get roped in because Jay is so, like, even if it's cringe, it's like,
It's real.
it's crazy, like, how fucking roped in you can get by his cringiness.
sure.
Yeah.
But with Twisted, it's like, it's just so surface level. There's, like, nothing really there that's.
Yeah, it's
I
like
feel like you're not getting the real them. Like you're getting some weird, like watered down fucking.
it's-
Hey, I'm the interview Jamie.
It's like
listen
an
to me.
a-
I'm
yeah,
gonna make some
it's-
jokes and shit.
It's like
oh
some
yeah,
actor.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where they kind of almost play like these characters and
Yeah.
stuff. Ain't that right, Monoxy? Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Hell
ICP
yeah.
did that back in the day.
Yeah.
But they used their wrestling promo interview skills that was like larger than life.
Yeah.
Twisted have never been able to really get that level of like wrestling promo fakeness interview.
Yeah.
that was like great, like ICP did.
Well,
Yeah,
they
they-
weren't as big on fans of wrestling, so that's
Yeah.
fair.
Plus, anytime you see them talking, like they do seem like they're just like fucking around. Like they don't seem like they're ever having a serious conversation.
I can say
Yeah.
I
don't know if I'd want to see him having a con. I don't know if I'd want Madrox to be like, all right,
you don't
I
want to
just
because
wanna-
you know it's fake.
Juggalo,
I forget.
or twisted fans out there and Juggalos and everything. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about global warming.
No,
one
I
of
don't
the things
mean that.
I think is.
I
oh.
don't mean that. I mean like you don't have to talk about serious issues to be talking serious. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just mean like I just don't want like I feel like every sentence is them like it's going to be them goofing off or making a joke or being insincere or lying
Like
or
playing
being
it
a
up.
faggot or being a bitch or being a hump.
I'll say this, but even back in the day in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
family era shit, I was never drawn into the Twisted interviews.
That purple show shit
Dude.
is stupid as
Yeah.
fuck,
Dude, I used to eat that shit. Not
I
interviews
hated
as
that
much.
shit.
Not interviews as much, but like I used to always look forward to Twisted seminars.
Yeah.
They killed it on
Well,
the
'cause
seminars.
their
every
seminars were different.
They were like
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I like
Yeah,
them
they're so
because
funny.
they're funny and shit. I like that part of them, but
Yeah.
I don't want to watch them and do
They-
an interview where I feel like they're being insincere and bullshitting people the whole time.
The seminars
Oh,
were
word.
different because it's almost like a comedian that does crowd work.
yes, yeah.
Like,
Word, yeah, that's how it
Twisted
was,
were
yeah.
pretty good at doing crowd work.
and they're speaking to their audience, so there's no reason to be like
Yeah.
insincere or fake necessarily. But
Yeah, but an interview is a little different. I've always been more, more in awe by the ICP interview than I ever was to Twisted.
I do want to backpedal for a second because I want to make it completely clear that I'm fucking around and like
Yeah.
I don't for the record, I don't want to watch them do an interview, but I don't know if they're really like lying and shit. But I really feel like I don't trust them and I don't believe what they're gonna say.
No, no.
I'm not as entertained by their interviews. I've tried. I forget sometimes. I'm like, oh shit, a Twisted interview, and I sit down, I start watching it, and I forget. I go, oh wait a minute, I'm never entertained by their interviews.
Plus, they're gonna rewrite history.
and
They're
if
not gonna include ICP when they talk about their past.
And if I'm being honest here, like honestly, the way that I really feel about it is like I have never seen a Twisted interview. Sorry, just keeping it real.
He's
here.
like, just says, fuck it. I've never even seen one.
Twisted does interviews. What?
I've tried
What is
it
this?
and forgot. It's like,
People
oh,
ask them
I
questions.
think they did Adam 22's show, and I watched like a piece of it, and I cringed
Never-
out of it just watching them talk.
I've never seen it. I've seen Twisted clips where it's like them, saying like, check it out over here. If you put your eyes up, you're going to see a big ass billboard with our faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's our faces up at the Agora Theater. That's the Agora Theater
Yeah.
in your fucking face. We're going to chop your fucking skin off and stomp it into the fucking sewer drains.
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
motherfucker.
about.
And if you want to fucking come up, we're going to blow your fucking mind, bitch. Twisted, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yes, that's exactly
That's-
the vibe I'm talking about, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's all I ever see. Yeah, so I don't know about interviews. It's always just like those bits.
I feel way
love
more
you.
at home. It's like comfort food to go over and hear an ICP interview and you hear Shaggy saying, "Know what I'm saying?"
Yes. And you hear-
you hear Jay talking about fucking whatever
It's-
girl he's with at the
Yes.
time.
Right. It's refreshing to hear ICP get on podcasts and answer the same 6 questions over and over and over, but real.
But
they're
you go
real.
into a Twisted interview, and it seems like they started out like the camera's off. Okay, do not mention ICP. Okay, go ahead. I feel like every interview starts like that.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like ICP might do that. Like every time someone's been like, "So what's going on with Twisted?" Like Isham or somebody is off the camera, like going like.
I mean,
That's why bootleg Kev got all fucking weird.
Yeah.
She's
look
like,
at
"So
the
what's going on?"
numbers,
Oh,
man.
oh, shit.
Just type in the numbers. Look it up. Look up ICP or look up ICP interviews and look up Twisted interviews. I mean, that'll tell you everything you need to know. Look at the numbers.
Dude, I don't want to watch. Like, have you seen Jamie make like his posts like where he's like has no makeup and he's like making like a quote unquote a normal face? Have you seen those like Instagram posts where he's like just like
Who is it?
like Jamie? It'll be like just him with no makeup, like combed hair, like look at the camera like, and then like in the post it'll be like, hope y'all are having a great day. Everybody just don't let people get to you and fuck the haters. Like
yeah.
And like it's
Look,
like that's
I
what
like
feel.
when Whipstick does it.
No, I don't like that shit. Either. I think
You
that's
don't-
gay as
you
shit.
don't- you don't- you're not a
I
big fan of
cringe
that.
my ass off when I see that shit.
Whenever you
But
see like
what-
whenever you see like the positive like
yes, dude.
reinforcement
Get
messages,
out of here with that shit. Fuck.
I like them.
Get out of here with
I
that
like
shit,
'em. Thank
dude.
you for doing
You're
those,
the same kind of
positive
people. You're the same kind of
reinforcement person.
motherfuckers that get satisfaction for reading self-help books. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
do. You know what? I like self-help books. When I'm
No.
taking a shit, Kyle, I like to tell myself I'm being productive right now on two fronts.
All right, fuck
I'm
that.
bettering myself
Well,
and
look,
I'm releasing myself of poop.
I know we've been talking over this album, but I have to stop for a second because this song is the best song on the album, and this is one of the tightest songs they've done in a long, long time.
Okay.
I fucking love this song. This
Let's
song
hear
is
this
an
shit.
instant classic to me.
Killing
It's
Machine.
called Killing Machine. Just listen to it. It's tight as fuck. Here, I'm gonna actually go back because it starts off tight. ROC starts off like out the rip.
All jokes aside, this album is going to be dope as fuck.
It is.
We know it's House of Crazies.
Ooh. Yeah, I see. Starts off strong.
Yeah, he's riding that shit.
Yeah, I love his like style. Beat it so hard.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not feeling the mix.
Wait for the hook. Here it goes.
Yeah, that sounds good, but man, ROC's mix on that verse, I heard the room the entire time.
DC Fago guy, what was your favorite track? We can go back and listen to it because we talked over DC's favorite track, and I want to listen to the best ones. I've heard a lot of great things about this album. I want to hear the best ones here.
Oh, dude. Listen to the difference between ROC's mix and Monoxide's mix here.
Let's go back and check
It
it
is
out.
night and fucking day.
It sounds like they doubled up his.
That sounds like
lyrics.
a room. I mean, like, you can hear the fucking room that he's rapping in right there.
A lot of his shit sounds like that to me. To me, it sounds like they double up his voice to make a weird effect. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Because it was probably mixed by the same person. Maybe ROC
man.
recorded differently, but
Yeah, I think it's the recording sent in.
I see
I
what you
don't
guys
know.
are doing. Sharif just said they're all great tracks. You're just getting us to go back and replay tracks, guys. And you know what? I like it. I like your tactics.
Either way, that's a jarring difference in the mixes of the verses.
Oh yeah, you're hearing like basically like you can tell ROC recorded in a different location than maybe Twisted.
It's completely out of context of the song with that. I don't know. I haven't heard the entire album. Obviously, I'm just listening to it now. But that right there was a very jarring difference in the mixing, and I don't think his mixing sounds that good on there.
That shit would go live like in a concert.
Yeah, it's a dope sounding song.
This song is
other
so
than that,
fucking
for
tight.
sure.
Mass Playing Games is tight as fuck.
Just a
too.
little nitpick of mine as far as mixing.
Yeah. Yeah, Slug said RC loves effects. DC said I think they're effects on his vocals. I love the beat, but the verse bothers me. Okay. That's from
That's
Meds.
dope as fuck in the background. That
Yeah. I'm going to ruin this song maybe for some people. When I listen to the beginning of the song, this is a deep cut, I guess, but anybody who knows Lonely Island, do you know the song oh fuck. I can't think of it with the
I threw it on the ground.
No. It's on that album though. It's the one that's where they keep talking about boiled goose. It sounds the same at the very beginning as of this. Oh, I'm gonna play it. Hold on.
I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. I just want you to agree that this sounds like this. What's the fucking song? Boombox. Listen to the beginning of Boombox. It's the same as the beginning of Killing Machine. All right.
Boombox. Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe that's a stretch.
Play
I'll
Killing
show you the
Machine
beginning
again.
of Killing
Play
Machine.
Killing Machine again. Yeah.
Oh god damn it! It's taking too long. Similar.
It's
All right,
similar.
it's similar.
It's
Back to back,
similar.
not so similar.
Yeah, it's not like a mind
right.
blower, but
All
yeah,
right.
it's similar.
All right, fuck that. Fuck that.
But
forget
I think any
forget I
song-
said it.
At this point, any song similar to another one, you know?
Yeah. So that song rules. The next song is called "The Slaughter, the Carnage." So we did talk over Mass playing games. If you want, we can go back and listen to it. It's only a 2.5 minute song, so you know.
Yeah, we got to.
All right. DC's favorite song, Mass playing
DC,
games.
exactly.
Check this song out.
If you don't want to play DC song, I will leave.
I'm all for it, dude. If it was up to me, you would not be sitting there, and DC would.
That's
So.
true. I don't blame you. That's exactly the way I feel. Hey. Oh.
I don't notice any effects on his verse there.
Yeah. Yeah, the production on this whole album is just like top par.
Oh yeah, it's great. Juggalo Rewind said, "Can we discuss how great the HOK show was?" No, I mean yes. Please tell me. I wish I knew somebody who went.
Our homeboy from Juggalo Rewind asked if we were going to New Year's Eve this year.
You know, it's gonna be in Columbus at the King of Clubs.
Yeah.
I went last year.
Yeah,
And it was a great time.
I would go.
But you know, I had to face the wrath of my wife for not spending New Year's Eve with her.
Oh yeah, shit, that's true.
So
Yeah, that's a rough one.
now for me to do that again, I don't mind it, but I'm gonna try to make sure that she'd be okay with it at least. But I mean, it's probably maybe not.
Word.
We'll see. I'll try to convince her to go. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
But unless like Jelly Roll is gonna be there, she ain't coming.
Yeah. Well, just lie to her. Just be like, Jelly Roll's going to be there.
They
And then when you
said-
get there, be like, oh, God, this is Biscuit. Fuck. This is Jam Biscuit. I totally.
Yeah, my bad.
Fuck.
It's a Juggalo version of Jelly Roll.
Just have one of our homies sign up as Jam Biscuit, and then he just doesn't have to show up.
We'll see. We'll see though. Take your wife. I would love to take my wife with. She refuses. Flat out refuses any Juggalo shit.
She don't fuck with the scene, man.
Just does not do it. Getting her to come on this show for episode 100 was a big ask.
yeah.
We went
She
back.
doesn't. Oh, look, and DC said, tell her Twisted is friends with Jelly Roll. Look, this dude has tried to get her to listen to old Jelly Roll. And she's like, nah, I don't fuck with that. And he'll be like, no, he used to be like Juggalo shit. And her response was,
He will never go back to that again.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So yeah, it's a closed door. That's some
funny
doors
as
are closed. My girl is a Swiftie, so she has her own weird obsession with the band that people don't get and make fun of. So we link on that. You know what I mean?
Go that dog.
He's like, hey man,
Nog.
hey, throw that nog, homie.
Yeah.
Let me get a
Right
sip
out
of
the-
that nog,
Right out
player.
the bottle, son.
Oh, you drinking that nog straight out the bottle, dog? Hey, you ain't
Right out
driving
the
home,
bottle,
are you?
son?
You ain't driving home,
Fuck
are you?
yeah, I'm driving.
Damn,
Shit,
dog,
you know I
bro, you a
am,
rebel.
bruh.
You're a rebel, man.
I'm finna egg roll on this motherfucker.
Damn. Keep egg rolling.
So Juggalo Rewind said the show was very cool. All their past bangers, some newer songs, sounded great in a classic venue. It was a very solid weekend of shows. So I wonder then, was it all HOK songs, or did they mix in some Twisted songs, or how did that work? Or did they do a Twisted set also? I have literally no knowledge of how the Twisted Fright Fest shows went at all. I don't know the setup.
Was that this weekend?
I know Buckshot was there. That's all I care about. But yes, it was this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, another Fago Nog lover.
Oh, God.
I call us Noggers.
Okay. All right.
All right. That
That's a great song here.
that joke
That's a
won.
good one.
That joke. I don't know if it won or lost the night, but it
Both. You get both a pink slip and a blue ribbon.
Oh shit. Sharif said Jesus Christ. Well, hey, that's why you're here, man.
It's
that
like
right there
someone
is
shaking-
literally why you're here.
It's like you going up to get your diploma and then they smack your ass as you walk away.
On that tip, I got a question for you.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Is Jesus? Are you a Jesus is black kind of guy?
No,
I'd
I think Jesus was Middle Eastern, if anything.
Middle Eastern,
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
Middle Eastern. If he existed, he was Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I think he's black, but whatever.
All right. Well, yeah, he could be.
I think Santa is black.
I mean, I think Jesus was black as the Ace of Spades. You've seen some of the, like,
He could be.
some of the you've seen some Indian people that are blacker than black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But he
that's
wasn't
in-
Indian.
Was
He was
Jesus
Jewish.
Indian?
Yeah, that's right.
He was
yeah,
a
he was
Jew.
from the Middle East, like
He was-
Jerusalem.
He was Jewish. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it
right.
was
He was,
like
he was a
Israel.
damn dirty Jew.
He was from Israel, the motherland.
Yeah.
Save Palestine.
Viva Palestine.
I just
Viva
went there.
Ukraine.
I hope he wasn't white. I'll
That's
just say
3
that.
weeks in a row that we have mentioned something political.
Dude, the election's coming up. What do you want?
Boom. What do you want?
I just got to
guys?
say this: if Jesus existed,
Fuck
let's
them both.
hope he wasn't white.
Oh, he definitely wasn't white.
No, definitely not white. No,
We don't get Jesus.
Come on, no. If you say Jesus is white, you could argue Jesus was black. You could argue that he was brown. But if you tell me Jesus is white, you're retarded.
But there's a lot of white Jews.
yeah, but still, if you say Jesus was white,
But that's like
you're
later
retarded.
on after the Jews like mixed with Europeans and shit, right?
Probably, yeah. Well, I think a lot of Jews are like in the.
Alex,
Who cares? Never
I was trying to
I was gonna
talk.
keep going. But I'm like,
What
why
was
are we
funny
doing
is I was
Well,
trying to
didn't
talk
it-
about the Mormon guy, and I said Alex Jones. I meant Joseph Smith when I said Alex Jones.
Isn't that where it started though? Like in the biblical times, weren't the Jews mixing with the Romans?
I don't know.
At that
Way back in the
point?
day, yeah.
I mean,
where you weren't
probably.
supposed to. That was what Romans.
I mean, they
was
probably
about.
They
is
probably
don't do the
they
things
probably
the
raped
Romans
them.
do.
They are Jews.
Like the book. So the album.
I don't know much about Jews.
I'm just kidding. You're just kidding.
I know you are, dude, but
Gosh.
still.
I don't know much
Gets
about Jews. I know
canceled.
they wear a funny hat and they own Hollywood. That's about it.
Yes.
God damn it! Now, like Jack Jocko or whoever the humble spy is going to tell him. I think his name's Jocko.
Yeah, the humble spies. They got new dirt on us. They were talking about Jews.
Don't tell him Jocko.
He dropped an F slur, almost an N slur.
Almost. They said Nogger.
It said Jews are rapists.
Yeah, that's cheese.
I mean, for what it's worth, I said all of those.
Yes, Keezy is on a roll today, guys. There you go. Now you guys can put together your own soundboard.
Well, let me ask.
You're
Let
welcome.
me ask you something. What about Italian? Isn't Jamie an Italian?
Is he
I think
Spaniolo?
so. I think so.
Spaniolo.
Hey,
Hey, Sir Crazy Keezy, you're wearing the same shirt he wore to the House of Crazy show.
hey, hell yeah!
Hey.
Justin Parker.
Hey.
Justin Parker T. Get him at Horrible Home Video.
It says, "Get the fuck away from me."
Yeah, I wear this to work sometimes.
Oh yeah. I literally did not know what that meant. I just figured it out as I said it. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I made that up, but I think that's actually. What
I hope Stir Crazy didn't hear me making slurs.
No, Stir Crazy. See now, that's
I'm getting slur crazy.
exactly. See, that's the whole thing. If anyone says we're slurs, that's what they're talking about. Like shit, like us saying "nogger."
Yeah.
I think.
Like, good God.
I think DC's got the
Jesus.
comment of the night though. Shout out to Mary
DC?
though. She started the whole religion because she didn't want to admit being a hoe and cheating.
Yeah.
Oh my God, women
Y'all-
have been the
sorry.
same since back then.
Y'all ain't
And
ready
they
for
never
that
changed,
truth.
man.
Y'all ain't
Yeah.
ready for that conversation.
Oh.
They
man.
took the apple when they weren't supposed to and fucked the world up and fucking started the religion because of being a hoe and cheating.
Yeah, and after we gave him our fucking rib.
Yeah, and then God came back and he's like, "Where's Eve at?" And Adam's like, "She's down at the river washing off." And God's like, "I'll never get that smell out of the fish now."
Hey, do you ever think that eating the forbidden fruit was really just like sucking the other guy's dick?
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's sad. It's sad that Eve ate him out of house and home. Right, guys. Because of the apple.
Yeah.
These jokes are derogatory towards women.
Well, I mean,
Vote for Kamala.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
that's
Politics.
why. That's why he came in the form of a snake, long
we
and
go. You're
right.
long, meaty, and tubular.
Like a
Exactly.
penis.
A big penis.
Like
telling
just
her,
like a penis.
Eat the apple.
But I'm definitely a
If I eat the apple, they mean lick my balls.
Exactly. That's why I get erect anytime a snake is in my garden.
Yes, sir.
It's like a little wiener.
Oh, this song's tight too. Here, let me turn it up.
Got weird.
Yeah, I heard that.
I got really weird.
right off the rip. Yeah, it did.
Okay, yeah.
We went. Yeah,
That was a-
religion.
I didn't like this song at first because the hook is weird.
I will say if it gets political and you want to segue a little bit, go to religion.
That's a great segue.
That is a way. That is. Everyone is super comfortable. When
I like
talking about
mixing my
religion.
mixing my politics, religion, family, and friends.
Well,
It's all
exactly.
together.
Now it's very rare you're going to upset someone with politics or religion.
Well,
People
now-
usually take that.
Nowadays, I think it's easier to talk about religion in than politics. Like
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like if
for a lot of people, politics is the
if
religion.
it's on politics, you could take it to religion and it eases up the conversation.
Dude, I could literally be talking about if I was talking about Ouija Mac and somebody didn't like it, I'm switching it straight to Jesus.
Yeah.
Because people do not want to hear you talk about Ouija Mac.
No.
Hating Ouija Mac.
No. They get fucking upset, really upset. Like the only people that get as upset as like Ouija Mac fans when you hate on Ouija is like Trump supporters when you hate on Trump.
It's pretty bad.
Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
Interesting whatever. Fuck
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Switch. Moving on.
So this song is about it's like sounds like some vampire type shit. It's pretty cool. I love the beat. I love the way they rap, but the hook is kind of weird. It threw me off at first, but it grew on me, and now I'm okay with it.
This one's not grabbing me as quick as the other ones did.
The next song, the next three songs are very.
Yeah, like
very
I'm not
tight.
I'm not feeling the beat on this one is it very much.
Here's the hook, by the way.
That just sounds like Ouija Mac's voice.
Yeah, I don't love the voice, but I like the song. Like
Yeah,
all together.
I don't like this one as much as the other ones I've heard so far.
That's tight.
Hey.
Ugh. Congeal in all the godlessness. Jamie Mack.
Eh.
I mean, yeah, DJ Slug, Mono killed it. Yeah.
He kills every song.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean,
let's-
not feeling this
I
one
mean,
as
let's
much,
be
man.
honest.
I
That
don't know.
Mono solo album was like one of the dopest albums.
Oh yeah.
I'm mid on that one.
That was this year, right?
Yeah, and that got forgot about because it just like slipped in the cracks. But
That's still one of the main albums I remember
like
of this year.
I was listening to this album a lot this week, and like after this album was over, it would play songs from that, and I'd be like, hell yeah, I forgot about this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to that Mono album, man.
Yeah.
we need to do a year in review.
Yeah,
A
definitely.
wrap up year in review, man. I guarantee that album will be at the top.
This song's tight as fuck. This might be my second favorite song.
That's when you know it's a good album is when like a new song plays like 4 or 5 times. Someone is like, I think this might be my favorite song.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm not liking that mixing. That sounds okay, but
That music sounds like some Earthbound shit.
yeah.
That's probably why you like
Maybe that's
it.
why I like it.
sounds like some Earthworm Jim shit.
It's got that.
I want to hear this in the system because I feel like that bass is
Kind of like the sound that the witches make or the witch ghosts make in Ghosts and Goblins.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, dude, they're horrible. They're one of the most annoying enemies of ever in video games. The screaming banshee ghosts and Ghosts and Goblins. Holy fuck, bro.
That game was always too hard for me.
Dude, it is, and they're like I think the most annoying. When they first come out, it's like this level where you're like walk on these moving rock platforms, And if they hit you, they knock you backwards. Well, it's a precision jumping area. So you're hit once, you're going to fall and die. You only have one. Oh, I hate them fucking things, man.
Hey, Fear the Effing Beard. What?
Hey, what up, real Chris Wade? What up, dog?
Fear the Effing Beard. Which song is the rock song? I don't even know which one you're talking about. Oh, the real Chris Wade in the house?
Yeah, he's the real. I'm just an imitator, except no substitutes. The real just Chris Wade is in the motherfucking chat. Where you at?
Damn, Alex64 Gaming said he caught all 3 shows. HOK was the greatest show he's ever been to.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Hell yeah, man.
That's pretty cool.
That's
man.
saying some shit.
I would love to. I'm gonna have to look up, see if there's videos of the performances, man. That sounds like a great time. How was Buckshot?
The greatest show.
Hey,
Did Buckshot do some Blaze? Did do some Buckshot
Hey,
Blaze songs?
The greatest show.
Not to interrupt, but like, let's just make sure we keep it respectful. Just because Homeboy's beard is in here. I'm just a little scared of his fucking beard. Okay,
Who?
that guy.
The beard?
Yeah, I'm just scared of his fucking beard. That's all I'm saying.
Of course
Fear
you're
the
gonna.
beard.
Huh? Yeah, that guy.
Fear the
I'm
beard.
a little worried.
Oh, Alex64 Gaming has footage on his page. Sweet. I'll definitely peep that.
Oh yeah. How lame was that Gordy set? I didn't see it. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm sure.
Gordy at the Gathering. Look, I will say this: Gordy is the shit. He's a fucking legend. But Gordy at the Gathering was a little man.
Yeah?
No,
I
man.
didn't see it.
It's a little man. That's all.
Oh, Into Hell Face versus the Rock song.
Although
Oh,
Gordy
God.
is a fucking legend. So respect to Gordy.
I like that song.
Burn, burn,
I literally like
burn,
every
burn,
song on the album,
burn.
though. No joke. Like, it's all good.
That's almost got like a dun 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 dun.
Well, he
dun,
said Gordy lip sang.
dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun. Gordy set was sick. He did a song about Justin Bieber, a little weird.
Yeah, I mean during the Diddy climate, you don't want to sing about Justin Cleaver or Justin
maybe-
Justin Cleaver.
I didn't even.
I knew a kid named Justin Cleaver. That's so weird that his name's so weird.
I
Close
just
to
saw a
Justin Bieber.
mashup where they did
Shout out Justin
Dr. Evil from Austin Powers mashup with Diddy. Like there's like a mashup where Dr. Evil's rapping in one of the Austin Powers movies.
Yes.
He does like a rap,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
they superimposed Diddy on it, and then
Wasn't it just the two
Mini
of us?
Me was R. Kelly.
Oh, like just the two of us, or when
I
they
can't
did,
remember
that
exactly.
rap.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember exactly what it was, but it was funny.
This is The Basement, I think. This song's tight.
It was the thing that won the internet today for me. That's all I gotta say. That video. That's pretty cool. I like that beat. Okay, so you told me there's fucking lore on this album.
Yeah.
Now I'm supposed to think they're vampires?
I don't know, man.
I think that what I think is the mask.
There's no fucking lore on this album. Let's be
They
honest.
just look. They're a cult. Sometimes they're vampires that wear masks.
Maybe they think they're vampires, so they just like drink blood or shit.
Yeah. Maybe they're vampires behind the mask. Why can't that?
Wait.
Have you ever heard of that gimmick yet?
Oh,
No,
so they're
vampires that wear
they're-
masks.
They're slashers and vampires.
Yes. Vampires.
Wow. I don't, dude.
If they can't bite you, they're gonna slice you.
Did they ever do that in the '80s? Was there ever a slasher vampire movie?
Probably.
Like a masked slasher?
Guaranteed there was in the 80s. In the 80s, there was every kind of horror movie. That was like the pinnacle. You just pick 3 random words: giant ant village. Boom! I guarantee there's an 80s movie about a
DC, you're
giant
asking
ant.
too much. You're asking me to actually listen to something.
Wait, if you're a vampire, you don't need a mask because you're already like a monster.
Exactly. When you're a vampire in the 80s, you want your face to be seen on screen because you're most of the time you're probably attractive, and then you switch to the monster version of yourself and it looks cool for the practical effects.
Like Kiefer Sutherland.
yeah, so you don't put a mask on. If you did, it was a weird. It was probably a weird like B or C movie.
Yeah, like
maybe
they got
a
the
D movie.
they got the hottest guys on earth, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, to be vampires,
Remember that?
and they were like hot vampires, so they wouldn't want to cover their faces.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know.
Really, really hot.
If you're really, really hot, though, why not cover your face? Because you want to stay hot.
That's some big
Kinda
brain
like,
shit.
Well, I'm saying kind of like Vega from Street Fighter, right?
That's some big brain
Where
shit.
I
the
assumed
mask-
he was hideous though.
No, Vega's beautiful.
Wow,
And
really?
that's why he wears the mask, so that he doesn't damage his face while he's fighting.
Exactly. And moisturizing. You can moisturize behind that mask and it holds it in, locks it in.
Yeah.
They could even like have one of those like you see women with those like masks where it's like red and they just like shine on their face. Have you seen those?
Yeah. Like
Maybe it's like maybe they could even do that and have like nice skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Put that behind there, like some UV treatment
Yeah.
while you fight. Like, why am I stuck on fighting? Vega. Okay. You could fight. It would need to be a flexible mask.
So the point is, the House of Crazies could be masked vampires.
Exactly. That's the point that I'm
Because
trying to make.
those are all some sexy guys too, right?
Yeah, they could be ninjas.
They're
too.
all right, but I'm talking about how sexy they are.
They debatable. I think ROC has really beautiful eyes when he doesn't have the contacts.
What is
That's gay.
I went ahead and Alex64 Gaming said he went ahead and copped 4 copies of Shit That Make Your Ears Bleed. What is that?
Don't
Shit That
know.
Make Your Ears
I have no
Bleed?
clue what that is.
They're up to 100. Are you going to sell them?
Oh, Vampire by John Carpenter was kind of a slasher. I never saw that.
Boom.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yep.
Thank you, real Chris Wade.
How do you get what is Shit to Make Your Ears Bleed? I think I saw an ad for that, but I don't know what it was.
Shit to make your
Was
ears bleed.
that the Hollow there? Was that Twisted's Hollow Wicked single?
Sounds like a Ryda's album.
We're Juffs.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
you're gonna have to let us know if
Clear
it's
it
not a
up.
big. If
Not
it's
news
not a
guys.
big
Look,
release.
We don't pay attention, okay?
Yeah, we're not news guys.
We
man.
expect you guys in the chat to tell us
exactly. And,
while
and-
we bullshit.
and then we look good like we had the info.
Yeah, like, hey, did you see Deck Wondell had that idea?
I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of
sure did.
I kind of wish I paid
Thanks a
attention
lot.
because if they're up to $100,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
but how much were they?
An exclusive HOC CD for the shelter.
K, crazy with a K.
HOC.
Like they spell crazy right. They're cooler than that.
So if it's a compilation of all newer HOK tracks they've released. Okay, that sounds cool. That is fire.
So like a forgotten freshness type thing.
Oh,
like,
Fear the Effing Deer said he made a playlist. All right, share that shit. I
like
wanna-
there was some freshness before that, but it was forgotten about. So now they made a compilation.
They were
Share
so they
that.
were $10, and you got 4 of them.
so it was like
That's-
it was like they.
yes.
Alex 64 Gaming, great fucking purchase.
So how
But
much
he
is
spent
that?
40. He spent 40, and now he's going to have 400.
That's right. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
I mean, I didn't know the math behind it, but yeah, I'll go with it.
I made it all the way through 10th grade.
This song is the shit, man. Derek Bruno just hated this song. I like it.
I don't like it. Thank you, Derek. I don't like whenever Madrox does his wide mouth singing style. And that's the only way I can explain it, because it sounds like he sings like, I don't want to get burned, but I want to get burned right now, and I don't want to. Like whenever he
Yeah,
does,
he's like he's really enunciating.
yeah, whenever he does that, like I'm not a fan of that shit.
Okay. Well, what was it? Compilation
okay.
of all the new. There's I was gonna make a point. I can't remember now. What would have been a better ending song if you guys think then? Because I see a couple people saying like, well, Sharif said he wishes it was in the middle too, or instead.
I mean, does this album even have that? Does it have like a kicker and a middle and an ending?
Not really. Like every song is kind of just like it's a shuffle, you know.
You don't need them. You don't need them as much nowadays, because nowadays a lot of people don't sit down and take in
know.
albums front to back.
I try to tell my kids to like listen to albums, like listen to that whole album of the artist you like.
And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, they're like, no, I'm making a playlist of all my favorite songs only.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how they do
They're
it.
like, "Well, how do you find new favorite songs?" They're like, "I don't know. I just fucking find
like
them."
whatever the people on TikTok tell me to like.
You're such a loser, Dad.
Nowadays, it's just like you
God.
wait, like you're playing something and like something pops up and you hear it and you go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I learn about now Spotify has just made it easy. I can just click that Discover playlist. It tells me, hey, here's a bunch of new shit that you can listen to that's pretty similar to the other shit you listen to. And that's made it a lot easier. Back in the day, it sucked. You had to just listen to like 100 fucking artists, and out of those 100 artists, 2 would be good.
Yeah, you know how many CDs I bought, like, not even knowing what the music sounded like?
Yeah, dude.
A lot.
A lot, yeah. A lot, yeah. That's how you did it back in the day, dude. You would go...
And I don't just mean like buy a new artist that I'm looking forward to. I mean like buy an artist I've never heard of that's established. I'm like, I've never heard of them, but I mean, somebody recommended them. Let me check them out. $15
or you be over at someone's house and they'd be playing a song. You'd be like, who's this? And they'd be like, this is Nas. Really? What album? Illmatic. Oh, that's the shit. And then you would buy it for that one song. I actually bought. That's how I started listening to Nas.
Well, that worked out
Fun
though.
story. Yeah, that did. Yeah, that was a good call.
But I bought like the Funk Junkies album, which if you don't know who that is, they were a band that opened up for ICP on the Juggalo Funhouse tour.
Yeah.
Back in like 2002 or whatever, 2001, with the Cottonmouth Kings. So that was our introduction to the Cottonmouth Kings. And there was also another band called the Funk Junkies.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy went to the store. We both were like, I'll buy one, you buy the other. I was like, okay, I'll buy the Funk Junkies.
Yeah.
He bought the fucking Cottonmouth King CD, and I was so jealous because the Funk Junkie CD sucked dick.
Oh man.
So you'd have your brother had the dope ass CD and you had the shit one. Yeah. That's how I felt with I wasn't a big fan of Zug Island. And I know that's like blasphemy for the family era, but I didn't like Zug Island. I just don't like rock most of the time.
I love Zug Island.
Most of the time, not all the time. Sometimes I like it, but most of the time.
Well, from what I heard of this album, it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, dude. It's overall, I was impressed. With
Go back and give it a spin. Seriously.
I will.
Give it a spin. When you're not doing nothing, just chilling on your drive, turn it on. You'll be like, this is good. They were right.
Oh, yeah. I will. At times, I do that a lot. You know, I'll be driving and I'll be like, let me listen to an album that such and such recommended. And I'll be like, you know what? They were right. This is good. This is a good album.
Yeah.
That's how I was with Sun.
But you know how, like, it's hard to take a recommendation. Like, you have to be, I think you have to be a pretty strong person to accept a recommendation. Not only give it a chance, but to bring yourself to actually say, like, you know, I really like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, that takes a really big person because most people don't want to hear your fucking recommendations.
No.
Like, they're like, I like what I like. Keep your shit. Thanks.
No, it's extremely rare. Like, anytime you get excited, like, I don't know how many times, like, I guarantee every single person watching or listening can relate. You'll get really excited about something and you'll share it. And you'll be like, yo, check this out. This is one of the dopest fucking videos I've ever seen. And fucking crickets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sucks, but that's just, I also get it. We're in the times where, like, everything you could possibly want to see is at your fingertips and you can watch it instantly.
Yeah, you're like, why would I waste my time watching that shit when I just can I could watch
keep
that
watching
shit
what I want
and watch what I want, which I know I like.
I literally have an algorithm here that I have trained over 4 fucking years to know exactly what I like to watch. And it's going to spoon feed me whatever it can to keep me hooked, so I'm watching more ads.
So
So,
essentially, when you're recommending something to somebody, it's almost like telling them to, like, shift their perception on, like, with their entire life.
right,
Yeah. Really?
Look, I know that you've been doing this heroin for 5 years, but try this meth out for a night. Put that heroin down and try this meth.
Like, it's
Bad analogy. They would.
No, I mean, I get
You
what
were
you're
out of
saying.
heroin.
But why is it like that? Why?
might-
Like, anytime anyone's ever recommend, like, hey man, you should check this out. It's really dope. Like, or even a movie. Like, you really should watch this movie. It's so good. I'm like, yeah, I will. And like, I'm like, I ain't never watched.
I think
shit.
I think back in the day, people were more willing to let, like, just let stuff enter their ears that they weren't, like, that worried about.
Well, that's like reaction video.
But they would hear it and it would be like, oh, cool, you know what I mean? And it would change them a lot easier, as where nowadays, like, people have walls up and they're like, no, I'm not letting anything in unless I know it and I love it and there's nothing getting in.
yeah.
And I'm like that too. You know,
No,
like
yeah, I
when
think
people
everyone
first
is.
introduced me to Super Famous Funtime guys, I hated on it. You know, I didn't want nothing to do with it. I tried it, turned it off after half of a song. You know, like, fuck this. But then, like, eventually, like, I don't know what it took, but like eventually you just have to
Something clicks.
like something you allow it to click. You know, like that's the key though. Is that key the point where you allow something to click, because something could just click or it could not, but the person has to allow it to.
Right. So when next week do you want to do a Ouija album? Just
that's the
allow
thing.
it. Look,
That's the thing.
Just allow it to click, Keezy.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna allow Darby to click. I'm not gonna allow Ouija to click. It's just
Well, it takes talent too. Like I like it for me. For something to click, it takes a lot of things. It has to, the music is number one. I mean, I literally have to hear talent, and I have to hear skill and creativity and love and passion in the music.
Yeah.
If I don't
want-
hear that, the shit don't click.
I want
mean,
you
I'm
to
old school.
fuck
I
the
literally
song.
like talent.
Yeah.
I don't just like an image and a voice and repetitive fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
real-
I like talent.
No, same here. If the things that and like if we were
Skill,
covered on the show,
musical skill.
We've had people that have asked us to cover albums and stuff, and it's always like it's murky waters, because the thing is, we want to stay honest. If we do something on this show, it's usually because we really, really fucking loved it. Like, we did for a while there. We were just covering songs because they were like in the wheelhouse. But I think now it's just a lot better if we're not shitting on an album the entire time and we're just like talking about what we liked about albums. I think this is a better look.
For me, it's huge in the Juggalo world too, because I don't like a lot of Juggalo music, like at all.
Yeah.
Like it takes a very special act to get my attention at all in the Juggalo world. Like I don't just like Juggalo music because it's out there and it's people rap. You know what I mean? Like ICP, they're special. They have they may not be the most talented people ever, but there's something special
Yeah.
about them that gravitate. That you could say that about Twisted and stuff like that.
Clockwork E. Just
But
saying.
for the most part, man, there's just most of it is there's nothing special there to me.
Yeah,
I get that.
I get a lot of it. I love hip hop just in general. I love rap. So if somebody's good at rap, I can at least hit on a base level. Like say, okay, they can rap. But I like theatrics too. So if you're giving me like the main keys I look for in music that I like is skill, the ability to rap. I like good music. Like I want a good beat, and I like a catchy chorus. That's like my three things. If you can hit those, checked off those three boxes, I'm gonna think it's dope, probably. But yeah. But yeah, we get to cover shit that we like on here. And
There's tons of good rap out there. I mean, like there's so much good rap out there outside of the Juggalo world.
I don't want to hear about it.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm a juggalo, bitch. That's all I want to hear.
It takes it takes a special kind of rapper in the Juggalo world to attract me.
Yeah.
To him. It
No,
really
I get
does.
that. No, I get what you're saying.
I like just about all of it. Like I know, especially in this trio, I'm in the alone in the camp of liking some of Ouija stuff. I do like some of Ouija
but
stuff.
here's the thing with Ouija though, is like I listened to the first like 5 or 6 Ouija Mac albums. I really like every time one came out, I was like maybe this one will be better.
Yeah.
And all of them, I'm just like, this sucks too. This also sucks complete dicks.
It's just not your like style either, though. Like it's because it's kind of like that sound click, like that. Yeah, kind of like sound click. Really, I think. Look, this is just my honest opinion.
Yeah,
I think
that
Ouija
style
Mac,
when rap started sounding shitty.
I think Ouija Mac and Darby and all them just copy off of Suicide Boys.
Yeah. Yes, they're
Just keep it
they're-
real.
They're
Suicide
riding
Boys,
that wave. Yes.
Suicide Boys are like the epitome of that style of rap, and then I think they're just kind of following that mold. Y'all just don't fuck with that style of rap. I fuck with Suicide Boys. I think Suicide Boys are the shit. I like a lot of their stuff. I would never play it for y'all because I know neither of you would like it at all. But I feel the same way about Ouija and Darby. I like their shit, but I get where you're coming from because it's a very new style of rap. You know what I mean? A lot of people Robbie probably knows more about hip hop than anyone I know. Our homie Ends probably knows more about hip hop than anyone I fucking have ever talked to. That dude's a hip hop connoisseur, but he'll tell you immediately like he's not a big fan of speed rap.
Yeah.
Everybody want to get in when I want to. He's like, I like to hear what they say. So it's not that he dislikes and he says they don't have skill. That's just not his fucking style of rap. You know what I mean? And I look at the same way with when you're looking at like kind of the SoundCloud or Sound.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. When I say they suck, I don't mean to say like they don't have skill. Like, it's not like that to me. Well, I mean, some rappers, yes, but I don't think Ouija Mac sucks in that sense. I think he just doesn't make music that sounds good to me even 1%, you know.
Word. Yeah. it ain't your
And
shit.
Darby falls in that same category. So
Mastermind is classic.
I've given it shots. I've tried. I'm not just being a hater to hate. I haven't listened to the last couple Ouija Mac albums because, I mean, how many fucking hours of my life do I have to give this guy where I keep saying, yep, once again wasted? You know, like I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to turn me around at this point.
Word.
You know, I would have to hear him out of the corner of my ear or whatever. You know, like a song where I'm like, who the fuck is that? Is that Ouija Mac? Wow, what?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, this is what he's doing now? Wow. Holy shit. Oh my God. It would literally, I would literally have to go like that for it to turn around. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, dude, I love it.
it's just not good, you know, like it's just not for me.
I feel you, man.
So whatever, y'all like it, cool. You know, it is what it is. How many times we gotta have this conversation? I don't mean to keep bringing it back to that, but
We're always gonna have this
I
conversation.
was merely starting to talk about what was this. Where were we going? We were talking about how it's hard to show somebody something.
Yeah,
And that's what it
exactly.
boils
That's what it all
down to.
said. That's where we started before we took a few rights.
I was the
on the
opposite. Like I saw the first performance, the first sanctioned performance ICP put Ouija on.
Same.
It was actually here
Yeah.
during that show they did. They also did that video shoot.
They did JCW and then they shot for the Cypher.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I was gonna say I saw the Cypher. That was my first exposure to him.
I actually remember they were like, "Yeah, this is our newest act, and we want to see what you juggalos think about him." And he went on, and I was like, "Yeah, he's not bad. You know, he's actually showing some energy, and you know, I don't mind it." And
Same. Like it seemed like, oh, cool. Like, I mean, just like any juggalo, random ass juggalo who was half decent. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty decent.
yeah.
Well, I remember on the Cypher,
but it never
he
got
actually spit.
better than that.
I remember on the Cypher, he actually came out. You know, you really want to fuck with the Ouija? Yeah, I'm gonna come hit you with a TV. Yeah, like he was like, you know, speed rapping.
Well,
and
when
kinda
he did
tongue
the
twisting
cipher
shit.
with the ice cream truck and Stitches,
Yeah,
and
and
Oh,
Eshawn.
I was thinking about the one where they
Cage.
were like in a wrestling, like a boxing.
Yeah,
ring.
there was
Yeah,
that one, but then
that one that
the
one was
second one with Mac-
okay, but
Mac
the one
Lethal.
with like Mac Lethal and Stitches, I think
Cage,
that
yeah.
was Ouija's best. That was when I liked him the most. I was like, Ouija's verse on this was really cool, and I liked the way they shot him.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. But yeah, there was just never. There's never been any music that's really truly captured my imagination from him. So there's just nothing there for me.
But you know, I'll say the same thing about like ABK. You know, like that said, like I love ABK, like genuinely, like I have love for ABK. But that dude hasn't made a good fucking song in 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, but that said, like if I saw ABK come out on stage, I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I saw him, I'd be excited to
I
see
don't.
him.
I
you know?
can't tell you a single Boondock song, but when he came out at Camp Zool, I was,
was
shitting
dope,
bricks.
you
I was
know?
like, it's fucking Boondocks. How much I know one of your songs? But yeah, you know.
So it's not just about. Like, I guess it's not just about the sound of the music in particular. Yeah, you should scooch up like
Yes.
way up. Oh, get up on the carpet.
Well, I didn't like the way that the rug was pushing. I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't
is
want
that
to
it?
fuck your rug up.
No, why? You're worried about the rug?
Yes, I'm worried about the rug.
I'd rather you fuck the rug up than keep bashing into the guitar.
Well, I didn't know there was a guitar back there. I just thought it was the cups. And you know what? Fuck those cups. And if you know why, you know why. Fuck those cups.
Fuck them.
Fuck them cups. Bitch ass cups.
You know why? You know why?
Yeah, fuck it.
It's hilarious.
Oh shit. All right, man. Well, I don't know. I don't know where the fuck I was going with this rant. I just I wanted to rant, I guess, and I thought that was a good one.
Hand me one of them cups.
You gonna show it off? You gonna put it on the Zoom cam?
Hand me another one.
You check out these cool cups, Carver. Carver got these made from a friend of a friend.
I got these made.
Friend of a friend. Here you go.
I got these motherfuckers made.
We got these made from a friend of a friend, the friend who unfortunately was ran over by camels.
It was random.
It's backwards. Oh, I didn't know it was backwards. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh man, you're fucking up. You're fucking
There you
up.
go.
You're fucking up.
Cups. Cups, guys.
They're like the beer cups you get at festivals and shit.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Bling master. The bling-a-ling-a-ding master.
They're fancy, cute. Those are adorable. All right. Let me,
Yep. Condensation attractors, am I right?
Oh yeah.
These make good spit cups. That's what I've been using them for. Before the show, I was spitting in them.
Why?
Just cause.
You just like spitting?
Yeah.
Hot tour.
Those are great abortion cups. Just like the fetus can, go in there.
You can just
suck
like
it
squirt it right in there. should be joking about that.
on. That's pretty bad.
Right. Yeah.
sorry
That's
about-
yeah.
sorry
You
about
can't.
that.
You can't joke about that. There's an election going on.
There's an election next week.
There's an election. You
coming
can't.
up,
Yeah.
man.
You gotta.
Don't
you gotta,
say the A word.
Just think, our concert's going to be shortly after the election, guys.
Concert.
What?
Yeah. The Zool concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be shortly after the election. We might be stepping into a brand new world when we see this show.
Well, Biden will still be president.
Huh? Yeah, you're right. He will. God damn it. But we'll know who the next one's going to be.
That's true.
We'll
We'll have that on our mind.
We'll know, guys. Yep. At the last Clockwork E show we went to, Donald Trump got fucking shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I expect big things. Yeah, I expect big things at this show, Clockwork.
Yeah.
Wow us. You guys had better set up some crazy new shit to go on, or I'm going to be highly disappointed.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up, man.
I love putting these huge burdens on people for my fickle emotions.
Don't
and
worry,
putting
they
that
won't
burden
hear
on
this.
people. They don't care.
Fuck
anymore.
them.
I love them.
All right.
We miss you, Clockwork. Call us. Respond to our messages. I've been sending you hundreds.
Okay. Make sure to go to deck1delt.com/the homage
Yes.
and listen to the homage. It is a free album. You can buy a copy if you want.
Yes.
You don't have to, but if you like, you can. You can listen to it for free. Download it for free. Buy it if you'd like. Get you some Deck One Delt shirts if you'd like. That help improve the show.
You can also go to the page and just look at our pictures.
You can. There's only the one picture.
There's just the one, but on our socials, we have a lot more pictures of us.
Hey, you can go to deck1delt.com/Broken Fort and listen to a bunch of Broken Fort music for free if you want.
We've even got fuck out of here free album on there.
We got all kinds of free shit. Look,
There's free albums.
All these albums for free. You go to fuck out of here, listen to that shit.
Look at that.
Whatever, man. Dude, we got all kinds of cool shit.
You can literally go to our website and do anything.
You can spend
Anything.
hours there.
Anything. If you want to buy a child, you can do that on the website.
Probably.
We're not going to tell you the exact menu directions, but explore. You'll find it.
185 hours worth of podcasts, 185 podcasts, which each one is like 2 hours. So 7,000 hours worth of podcasts, probably.
At least, if you do the math.
Something like that.
At least 7,000.
I'm sure we've said something in there.
Yes, there has to be. We have had to have broken the code somewhere. That's a lot of podcasting. That's a lot of wasted time.
Yep. All right. Speaking of which, all right, let's go ahead and shuffle the fuck up on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right. Shout out.
Slide it back into the deck.
Slide it back into the deck. See you, my noggers.
Off in Shangri-La. We should have played a twisted outro.
No.
Die, motherfucker, die, die, motherfucker, die.
No. Fuck Twisted.
Hey, now. Ouija for Life, C17. I'm just joking.